and we are watching one of the best tier players in the world here.
Yep. This is I mean, it is potentially going to be one of these situations where EternaLEnVy is really the hard farmer for the team, so not 100% what the template is. Just to catch out Universe, he's going to try for the TP out. He just barely survives. Nicely done, though. Looks like Pi might actually be able to continue stealing the wave. No, 1437 gets in front of him. He still has the cask. They've got Rolling Boulder in 2 seconds. Pi is quite tanky. Tries to sidestep the boulder, and he actually succeeds just coming out of the stun in time. Turns the corner, still holding on to this creep wave for now. And he will be able to drag it back in between the tier 1 and tier 2. Can he get the Fodder range creep deny? No, he won't be able to aggro that one over. But his build is... He got a lot of leeway in the last game. And this game he's actually got a Stout and 2 salves. So Fnatic, once again, putting a lot of emphasis on pieliedie helping to win the lanes.
You gotta be careful. Now Pi has a ton of attack speed, but the creep wave has been helping out. In fact, they're gonna roll on him. Pi is gonna just go down here. Oh wow. They just tanked that creep wave for like a good 20 seconds.
Yeah. Now, but Paladin Cast comes out. The roll not gonna miss. It's a point blank range. Raven's back behind the tower as well. Pi, alright, makes it back to the safety of his tier 2. They're playing in a pretty narrow area here. Yeah. Between getting tapped by either of the towers. Really nice things about Witch Doctor. pieliedie wanted that bounty rune maybe, or coming a little bit too far forward. Tim's not gonna kick a rock, just kicking Pi sideways, not kicking him into the camp, unfortunately, just a little bit off on the angle. But unfortunately he leaves just a little bit too soon, and 1437 and Tim's, like I was saying, very easy imprisonment into a couple of auto attacks. Kuku getting somewhat lucky on the procs, will finish him off with that last orb. And that, I think, access to those pulls, get the boots, now we can actually go make some plays. Tim's is down here for a little vacation, but I don't know if they can really put that much pressure on. I mean, Sam H doesn't have any mana to really speak of, so I think Tim's is just down here to soak another level, and then maybe go back to mid in a second. For some vision, 1437 looking towards him, Maledic thrown out, does have the cask, but alright, looking like he's not feeling confident about going in here. Pi's relatively tanky, and once they roll in on him, he can just force the boulder smash with the end this way. Oop, they want Pi. Is the cast going to bounce? It will not. Tim's somewhat hesitant about rolling all the way into the tower. So, for now, we will just continue farming. Fnatic are actually finding great farm on all 3 of them. Yeah, but EternaLEnVy getting rolled on here by Tim's. Tim's just trying to scare him. Up mid action, they got the shackle onto the OD. They got the X. They got the Ether Shock. He is gone. Rotation from Universe, and Abed still will just pop the dragon form. So it looks like they should be able to get this tier 1 tower as well. There's actually no glyph available. EternaLEnVy inside of the jungle. 1437 also running over here. There's the Maledic. They've also got the cask. Is this enough damage? He's going to try and run over towards the shrine, and looks like EternaLEnVy might actually make it. TP also coming in from the Brewmaster. This could be really ugly. Universe does have his ultimate available. He's looking forward towards Tim's. Tim's might just kick him away if he gets too close. So, alright, not the kill that they were hoping for. A TP forced, but TNC looks like maybe they can still make this into a tower for tower trade. We got the Siege Creep going to work on the bottom.
Looking to defend. But they are going to port in for this one. DJ in here, but no really good way to lock them down and make them pay.
Do you think Universe should be running around like this at the moment, the way that he's doing, or would you like to see him sit back and maybe just finish farming this Blink? Farming the big camp, needs to be careful. His reflection gets clapped out, doesn't have the doppel for a couple of seconds. Can he juke this out? He's actually got so many illusions. The primal split gets popped. Charging in, who are they looking for? They do focus onto the Witch Doctor. 1437 getting zapped down. The Nyx Assassin's up in the air. He does have a spiked Carapace, able to get into the Vendetta. So he's going to be okay. DJ's a little bit low. Nuke going to connect over onto EternaLEnVy. Sam H, he's going to go for this kill. Gets the stun out. Nice Hex reaction from DJ, but not going to be enough. Sunder comes through. EternaLEnVy also just getting muscled down. Sam H still needs a little while for his next stun. EternaLEnVy's quite fast. Just going to juke his way into the trees. He's got his Calling Blade ready to go. On the other side, Universe out of the split is getting focused on by 1437, and they can't quite seem to find EternaLEnVy. Sam H had the stun off cooldown, but EternaLEnVy with just a straight up TP out. Universe grabs a bounty and not afraid of 1437 at all. Just continues running over.
Well, something that they agreed on. Probably.
Oh, Kuku in some trouble, trying to juke and jive. There is a Dragon Tail, but it's only melee range. Abed is going to be able to close the gap. However, Universe clap in another couple of seconds. They got the sleep, they do the damage. Kuku lobs out the imprisonment, but DJ is also here. Throws out the zap, and that is a 4-man gank, but easily finds the OD, and I think down. They know if the Nyx Assassin makes his approach, Tim's going to go rolling straight in. They put the Serpent Wards down. DJ never shy of using these. They do get the Magnetize out, but the sleep onto the OD. Abed going to go chasing forward. Still a little bit until the next stun. They're unwilling to cross past the wards. So Tim's somewhat suicidally jumps in there, but DamH spots Abed off to the side. 143-7's also here. They can link up with Kuku, who's a little bit further up. But they do need to be careful. It doesn't have any mobility to get over here quickly. 147 going to pop down a sentry. Does not spot the Observer or the sentry ward of Fnatic, unfortunately. So this space is going to be great for Fnatic to play in for the next few minutes. Oh, they can even deward this obs. Oh man. Abed just runs up. Evan, meanwhile, is back behind the tower. They spot EnVy coming over here. He will be able to step the stun. Pops the drum charge. SamH not able to get that little bit of lockdown. I think they probably would have killed him if that stun had actually landed, right? Very keen up top. They do finally have this Universe blink, but he gets imprisoned immediately. Tim's using the silence onto DJ to prevent the mass Serpent Wards coming out. Universe just going to turn tail and run for it as SamH now comes TPing in. Very good reactions from TNC. That looked a little bit disastrous, but they turn it around. Kuku now has his Force Staff up, which that's pushing in, but Fnatic maybe have no such plans. They're still hanging around as a team on the mid lane. Probably eager to make use of the Primal Split. Universe gonna go retreat up to the high ground with the rest of the team, and gonna go forcing in, gets the imprisonment off onto EnVy, but now he's in a really jeopardized position. Losing half of his HP immediately, gets stomped up, and looks like he might just get right-clicked down. I don't know what Kuku was thinking. He does manage to tap the shrine. He's also got an imprisonment, but no, just gets right-clicked to death. He must have thought that his team had his back, or that they could find an initiation there, but that ended up just being a bit of a mess. Raven does manage to take out the tier 2 at bottom at the same time, and they force EnVy's TP. He throws out the Sunder. That looks like Raven should be fine to disengage. Now, OD even queuing up a Midas after that Force Staff. Tim's going to spot out DJ, roll through, gets hexed up. They are going to drop down the Mass Serpent Wards, helping to control the space around here. Earthspear can at least get off the Magnetize. Nice Boulder Smash from Tim's, and the drag back Silence, but EnVy comes in. They clean up the 2 supports. 2-for-1 support trade is TNC going to tap their shrine on the way out. They still have not managed to deward everything around here, so Fnatic still with some vision. Nice spiked Carapace from the Nyx. He still slept for a little bit longer. Universe, no Primal Split for 40 seconds. They will get the Blink Clap. Has SamH figured out where the ward is? I think he has. And Nyx Assassin also going Midas. Oh, has already picked up Midas. Flexioned up. Kuku trying to escape. He does have the Force Staff, getting a little bit further out. EnVy just forcing that, actually using the Metamorphosis. Universe still also hot on pursuit. Not going to be able to get the Blink Clap, though. Kuku, looks like he's actually out of there. EnVy should... I guess they go clean up the mid-tier 2. Planned out. SNY into a Silver Edge. Tim's gets the kick away, manages to dodge the stomp. Nicely done by him. EnVy with an Arcane Rune, just running around, spitting out illusions everywhere. Going to be shoving all the lanes. And Abed still just farming his BKB. Not necessarily that fast on the Dragon Knight, especially with the item build.
Team might be somewhat scary. It's not like they have a lot of AoE defense. Hold that thought here. Poured out here from Kuku. Oh,
nope. Gonna get stomped up. Nicely done by Pi, covering the 2 angles, and now Kuku just gonna have to try and fight it out. The Aegis does get reclaimed, but so will his life. Kuku down. Dead for 50 seconds. TNC used this as a chance to go mid.
Fnatic, though, gonna go straight in, and well, with the Mass Serpent Ward, they might just get a straight up tier 3. They're doing this tower.
There's no glyph.
Really fast. Yeah.
All right, nice stun coming in from SamH. That's going to slow down EnVy a little bit. Can they control this up? The PL Illusions dealing pretty nicely with the Mass Serpent Wards, but tier 3 still dropping very, very low. Abed runs in on the front lines. He's still got his BKB, and with that, Fnatic do just mop up the tier 3. They take a little bit of damage on their own tier 3 down at bottom. The Nyx Assassin Illusions not taking any damage at all from the Illusions. Look at that. Yeah, they really do nothing, especially with that Diffusal. pretty laughable. But TNC seem to have stabilized a bit. I guess that Fnatic are just waiting for this last BKB on the Brewmaster and then probably Roshan and go. I don't know if they're really close to any other items. DK almost has a Heaven's Halberd. That's actually going to be so annoying for the OD this game. The Halberd and the Brewmaster are both going to be a real nuisance. Tim's, well, as always, an escape artist. So now Aegis and Chi is about to be claimed. Master Serpent Ward's committed, but not really a huge investment for Fnatic.
Yeah, the problem for TNC right now is that because they're conceding so much map space, they're unable to actually slow down Fnatic's farm. So we might run into...
Samage actually has a gem. Oh, they try for the stun of the universe, but they don't get it off. Can they stop the primal split? They won't be able to. Gem. Oh, they try for the stun of the universe, but they don't get it off. Can they stop the primal split? They won't be able to. Samage flubbing that really badly, and now Raven might be in a little bit of trouble as well. If they can disengage from the primal split, that would be great, but I'm not sure if they're going to be quite so lucky, and unfortunately for them, Samage is the one with the gem. They feed that over at the worst possible moment. Oh, man.
Anybody going to pick up the gem? Alright, probably that.
Yellow? Alright.
Force forward, and now the Hex is going to be there. But Raven immediately going to pick up that kill.
Alright, and Raven may be looking for more. Envy's coming over to help out. Interested in what's going on over here. They're going to sleep up onto the OD. He's got the Hurricane Pike to maybe push himself away, or he can just imprison. Blink's not going to be quite off cooldown in time terribly. Does have the Sunder at the ready. Kuku trying to find his way out of here, but looks like no escape. Envy finishes him off. A couple of cooldowns committed for the Terrorblade, the Metamorphosis, and the 10-second BKB. Unfortunately, gets turned around on them a little bit. Another BKB getting popped out. They want this Samage Nyx Assassin. Gonna stomp him up. Dust not quite connecting. It looks like they've actually found Raven as he moves his way through. Universe just gonna go for the clap. Does not have the primal split. That's the third BKB. TNC, if they can disengage after this, that would be huge. Looks like 147 will probably pay the price for the rest of his team. But I mean, all three 10-second BKBs getting popped quickly. And that could be where the OD actually shines in this upcoming fight. 5 seconds on the respawn.
Maybe. DJ's coming in with Mass Serpent Ward, though. I think they're going to just meet up with Envy, drop the Mass Serpent Ward, and just run at this building.
And Raven, I mean, he does have a Silver Edge. Abed, they're going to banish him up. Buyback immediately from 147. If they can focus down this OD, it would be big. The Primal Quilt getting popped. And unfortunately, he TP's straight into the Earth Splitter. Along with the Stomp, they're going to lose both supports right off the bat. Along with that, the Mass Serpent Wards are just going to town on this lane of Rax. Envy and the rest of the team going to swarm on over to mid. Envy does not have the Metamorphosis for a little bit, but they don't even need their cooldowns. Kuku, what can he get done? He's right-clicking onto Abed, doesn't miss on the first couple of shots, but after that, he's being hazed. He's also going to get hit by the Dragon Tail and shackled down. What can they find? Raven manages to find pieliedie, and now runs himself out of the base. Kuku with the buyback, looking towards Abed. Sam H scurrying around, has the stun in the second, but Abed does manage to get off the cheese. Universe just dodging everything, and Kuku, I don't know if he can escape. They've clapped down onto the Phantom Lancer. Kuku trying to slink his way back in, but those disables are just way too much from Fnatic. And it looks like Fnatic may have just done it. Raven's in, he's trying to fight up against Envy, but not doing nearly enough damage. Now there's the reflection. The Invis not helping at all against this gem on Universe. Raven needs another doppelganger. Looks like he is going to be able to make it back to his fountain. DJ almost getting killed off by Samage. The Drunken Haze not quite enough. Spiked Carapace attempted TP out, but I think he might just get right-clicked to death.
Man, that gem drop just turned around the game so much, because all of a sudden that PL just, and the Nyx actually, they just can't play.
Yeah, Tim's nice two-man stun. They get the break out of the Dragon Head. He pops the BKB, trying to fight his way out of this one. 1437, channeling the Death Ward. They bring down Abed. EternaLEnVy still has the Aegis, but they'll at least get rid of the Metamorphosis. Can they stay on top of Universe? They're doing a good job of canceling his blink. Tim's still chasing after him. Sam H with the Mana Burn. Alright, they finish off Universe. Can they go back for Envy? That's the question. Envy doesn't have a TP scroll. He's running for the enemy fountain. He's going to be able to grab when he pops the BKB. And that'll be the end of that. Does manage to TP out. Meanwhile, the mid melee barracks get cleaned up, it looks like, by the illusions and the siege creeps. And despite a hold from TNC, I mean, Fnatic got everything that they could have wanted.
Been very unfortunate. Samage now runs into another sentry.
Yeah, The DJ just going to lock him down. Tim's comes rolling in with the silence for the save. That's going to do at least some work. They will be able to clean up the wards. Envy coming through, drops the reflection, looks towards 1437. Does he have the meta? He doesn't, but he doesn't even need it. He 3 shots the poor Witch Doctor. PL still on the run. Envy charging forward. Tim's roll away, but doesn't actually have any rocks left. The constant fighting has left him with no resources, and he's just going to be completely killed off. Universe in front of him, Envy behind. And this is looking like it might just be it, Lumi. It's like you've been saying,
this timing push as they find Sam H, but he blinks away, but he's actually stuck up there. Do they have the vision on him? Oh god, how's...
There is a path through there, I'm pretty sure, but...
Yeah, there is, but I think they thought that he blinked over the trees. But I was saying this this triple BKB timing, this really is reminiscent of the Chinese team. This is kind of what they all do. Triple BKB timing push.
Just make a couple of heroes on the enemy team completely useless. In this case, it's actually the vast majority they're going. And Envy taking a little bit of damage here. Does still have his BKB, gonna pop it off. Has the Sunder at the ready. Not really gaining very much HP off of 1437. Raven now popping a BKB, but just getting mowed down by all the illusions. And Abed standing strong in the front line, still has his BKB at the ready. Raven needs to heal up. 157, doing his best to help him out. Kuku with the Imprison, did not have the Hurricane Pike off cooldown, so can't shove Abed outside of the base. They get the Dragon Tail onto the Witch Doctor. 147 just brought down. Universe pops the BKB straight into the Primal Split. Just knows that he has to run interference for a couple of seconds, and Fnatic will be able to clean up this lane of Rax. And yeah, with that, 1437 gonna tap out, call the GG, and see if they can do a little bit better in Game 3. What do you think went wrong, Lumi? Too greedy of a draft? Didn't do as well as they thought in the lanes?